Now the next thing we want to do, is we want to head back into the Sudeki Temple. Or at least head up by Sudeki Temple. How many do we have? How many do we have now? Can't. We have 16, so we need only 5 more. So we're going to. We got 2 skill points for Buki, so we're going to get her essence up a little bit higher, so that way a lot of her moves do way more damage. We got a new weapon. Oh right, we got Mephiticus. I forgot about that one. What does this one say? Mephiticus. A standard strength weapon that causes poison on its victims, has a fair chance of causing critical damage. Capable of puncturing even the thickest armor, these gold geometric gauntlets deliver toxic and agonizing sting to even the hardiest of enemies. Once again, we're going to stick with Jacome. As you remember that before I got Buki's ultimate weapon, I stuck with Jacome for a good chunk of the game. There are a couple other weapons you got with Buki. But I remember Jacome specifically. I pretty much just stuck with the entire game. Up to what point? I can't. There was another one that swapped out too. I don't remember it, but I will know it when I see it. Okay. Okay, so I believe in here there was one room, only one, that we needed to come back with Elko and Buki for. Okay, so we have enemies. Blue spiders? Yes. So even though we killed Gara, we still have to deal with the spiders. Luckily they're not, you know, a threat anymore. Okay. Only one more. There we go. Should be it, right? Oh no, there's one more. Now the question is, which way was it? I want to say it was this way. Is where you have to go to get the star. I want to say they're in the Eagle area. Yeah, there's a save point there. Yeah, here it is. This is it right here. I think this is the only area we need to come back to with Buki and Elko to get what we need to get. So, climb up here.
It seems we are blessed.
Ah, Melikora, a Buki weapon. Ooh, this is interesting. 25 and 20, 20 and 30. So this actually isn't a bad one. I think let's see here. This very strong weapon also has a good chance of dealing critical hits. Elko originally designed these industrial strength claws as an enticement for Buki to relinquish her Trice crystal for use in his peace shield, but Elko soon realized that such intrigue was beneath her. Interesting. So these claws were made by Elko as a sort of bribe, I guess, to get Buki to acquiesce and relinquish the crystal. But she didn't care. And they had to just stuck it inside the temple. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna leave it here. Okay. Pulling this switch reveals this chest, which gives us what? An Orb of Vigor. So since we needed Buki to get this, we're going to go ahead and give this, once again, to Buki. Okay. Now we're going to need Elko for this one.
What have we here?
We acquired our first, I believe, our first dragon totem, actually. Is there anything down here? It never hurts to look. No, there's not. So yeah, we got our first dragon totem, but we have no dragon shrine. I'm sure we'll bump into one eventually. So yes, I believe that does it for now. Yeah, for now I believe that does it for the what's the word I'm looking for? For the hidden artifacts, because you know, we have another cat totem. I believe the next ones we get come in chests that we get later on. Okay. Unfortunate. Now I'm not gonna lie about when it comes to this particular weapon. I didn't actually. This one thing that goes back to my whole I am bad at RPGs when I first played this game. I actually only recently 100% the game and found all the well, at least as much as I could. About a year ago, actually. I usually just play through the game, and I've been doing that for so long that I didn't think about it. That I eventually just got to a point where I just thought the natural way to play the game was just, okay, it's just a bare basic story, nothing crazy going on. But no, there's side quests and side quests and side quests to get in the game. So yeah, I'm doing pretty good so far. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut to the Shadow Nexus, and to the two. What's the one I'm looking for here? To the two quests we have to do in there. We have to bring the staff to Hexam and then deliver a skull to the Hall of Skulls. So I'm gonna find myself a portal. Oh wait, yeah, just a portal inside the temple. So I'll go to the one side of the temple, and I will see you then. Mandrake. Okay, so while I'm here, I want to show off. I want to show off how much you can get for the Weird Lord gems. So I believe, yeah. So that's a pretty good chunk of change. And that's going to be about it. So, goodbye. While I'm here, let's go ahead and turn this on. Have one totem's offer. Received an orb. What do we get? We got an orb of wisdom. Go ahead and get Buki's essence up. That makes her spirit attacks much more effective. And I believe the essence stat also boosts your spirit strike. So yeah. Anyway, cutting. Okay, so I was going to cut, but I want to show that A, you can have this area not spawn wolves, and B, that we got a level up. Let's get Buki up to 50 on there, and now we'll just focus on getting that to 2,000 and this to 200. Who else got an upgrade? Elko got an upgrade. Okay, so we're going to up his essence. Up his essence. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and go buy Elko's blunderbuss, and then we're going to cut back to what's the word here? We're going to cut back to the Shadow Nexus. And with this, good sir, I no longer have any need to purchase from your beat up, jacked up shop. Good day.
Come back.
You know, while I'm here, I'll just go ahead and just upgrade a couple of things. Let's upgrade Elko's. I mean, since it is, we'll go ahead and do this one, and then we'll do. Oh, we can only do one. Okay, so what about his ion fluxinator? Okay, so we need to redo some of these, and then we'll fix that later. Okay. How many do I need left? 4. Well, since we're here, let's go ahead and show off the blunderbuss. Okay. Basically, Elko have a handheld shotgun. And once you get his damage up, you know, he'll do a lot more with that weapon. Ooh, another Shadowstone. Nice. And that should be... So we need, at this point, 2 more Shadowstones, then we're good to go. Make that 1 more Shadowstone. Okay. Anyway, cutting! Alright, and we are here at Hexen's place, and we got 2 level ups. I think for Tal and for Ailish. So let's go and get Tal's essence up. Ailish actually got 2 points, and her essence is pretty high. Let's go and get her power up a little bit. I should also mention that, and I might have mentioned this beforehand, just don't remember it, but Sudeki is one of those games where there is a level cap. So you actually can't max level your characters. What you can do, I say max level. You can't max out the stats, but you can hit a max level. I forget where it is. I don't think it's that high, but I want to say it's like maybe 30, but there is no level 99 if that's what you're thinking. It's actually and I actually didn't realize this until I actually hit the max level. Whereas like you get to a point where like you just don't get any more experience, and that number just keeps ticking up and up and up and up and up. Oh wait, Hex, I got something for you.
You have a fallen warrior's staff in your possession. Allow me to bury it here in the realm of shadows. When you return a soul to the realm, another shadow lifts from the gloom.
Nice. How poetic. Quest completed. Guard an orb of sanctuary. Now since... Well, I mean, you needed Buki to do this one, so we're going to go ahead and give this orb to Buki. Because you needed her to accept the quest. So that's my reasoning there. So we're going to give one to Buki. It's amazing just how many orbs you guys actually end up giving to Buki right now, because you just need her for so many of the side quests and stuff up to this point in the game. Like all the hidden chests, most of the side quests you need Buki to talk to. And actually, I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret right now. After this run with Buki, there aren't that many side quests left in the game. Like, I'm being legit with you. Like, after this run of side quests, there just are not a lot left. I know there's at least one more set of there's at least 2 more side quests you need to do that require you to bring a fixed number of items to a specific character. Barring the shadow stones that we need, and one of the missions is not as egregious in the same manner as what's the word for here? As the Brightwater Pearls, or the Cyantine Eyes, or the the Shadow Stones, or as one of that I haven't gotten to yet. Because the Cyantine Eyes, you have a pretty good chance of picking those up just going through the opening tutorial mission, because you're just fighting Echlorians, and Echlorians drop Cyantine Eyes. Brightwater Pearls are more egregious because you don't actually start encountering the enemy that gives you Brightwater Pearls until like after you get to New Brightwater. You feel me? So it's kind of jacked in that situation. And the glue spider ducks and the gnats and the gnat stingers, you get those pretty consistently, because after the Echlorian invasion, you pretty much just see those monsters all the time, and those are pretty common drops, you know. The one I'm thinking of, the drop you need, it's so rare. It is so rare that I have literally farmed for it longer than any other ones, and you only need like 5. Like, being legit here, you only need like 5 of them, and I have had to farm for it longer than most other items. But anyway, we're pretty much where we need to be. I believe through this door should be the Hall of Heads, which is where we need to drop this particular item off at, and then we need to make our way back through the Illumina countryside, because we need to get one more Shadow Stone. Just one, and then we will have completed all the side quests we need to complete for the Sudeki mode detour. Okay, so I believe up here, right? We hung a still moving head. And here's a chest. Quest completed.
What do we get for our trouble and strife?
Pathosis, a Buki weapon. Now this one I don't remember. Oh, it's another poison weapon. Right after we got Mephitica too. It's a slightly strong. It's basically her Hutkin's fate, I want to say, right? So in that ballpark. Pathosis, what does it say? A strong weapon that causes deadly poison on contact with the enemy. The skulls of two demon twins form these bone claws. Their malignance infects all who are sliced. Let's see this. So yeah, these are Buki's poison claws, and they are slightly better than her Mephiticus. So if you have bought Mephiticus early on in the game, and you came back for this, this would be a better one to use because I believe the damage is slightly higher. You get 5% more damage in exchange for 5% less crit. And as I said before, you can A, mitigate that by upgrading the crit chance, or B, just not worry about it because the crit prop so often is just not even worth mentioning. Anyway, I'm going to cut back to the Sudeki, to the Temple of Mo, after we have our last Shadow Stone. So we only have one more left to get before we can complete that quest, and then after that we'll cut back to what's the word I'm looking for here? Cut back to Illumina Castle, because there is but one more there is one more quest that we have yet to complete, and that's delivering Jurgen, I want to say his name is, delivering his pelts. Which, I'm not gonna lie, I usually have his pelts no problem by now. So yeah. And yes, we are going to sell. I am going to sell my Spirit Orc off screen because you've seen how much they're worth. We're probably going to have close to 20 or 30 by the time we're done with this. Then we're probably going to finish up after we deliver the pelts with a round of upgrades for a few weapons. Not too many, just a few. And then go from there, because while I would show off me upgrading all the weapons, you really don't need to upgrade them all, just a select few, and I pretty much upgraded the ones that I wanted to upgrade in the beginning of the game to better deal with the challenge of these levels, of these encounters. But now we're at a point to where I don't have to worry about it too much. Okay, let's back to a corner. And that will do it. That will do it. Now let's make our way back to the entrance portal. Cutting! Alright, so with this we are back in Sudeki Mo. I told a bit of a lie earlier. I said after this we're going to go deliver the pelts and then be done. I forgot we still had one more mission to drop off in New Brightwater. And then we're done. So this is the man we want to talk to.
I am looking for some shadow stones to make some small sculptures with. Keep an eye out for any you may see. If you return a stone to me, I will gladly reward you.
And here we go.
I thought someone would help me.
So this was the guy whose tip we raided earlier, and he wants shadow stones. You go into here, find a shadow stone that would be suitable for candles and small carvings, and return it to him and your daddy Mel. That's pretty much all it is.
That is just what I am looking for. Here, have a reward. I still want more shadow stones though, so keep them coming.
Alright, so that was the first. Hand over one shadow stone, and we got a luster wine.
That is just what I am looking for. Here, have a reward. I still want more shadow stones though, so keep them coming.
Okay, how many we hand over this time? Hand over 5 shadow stones. Got a luster brew. That's an updated form of the luster wine. I think it's the third one.
That is just what I am looking for. Here, have a reward. I still want more shadow stones though, so keep them coming.
Okay, give me hand over 5 more, right? Okay. Miracle potion. Now those are pretty good. And now this should be the last one we have to hand over to him.
Thank you. These are all the shadow stones I need to complete my sculptures. Here, you deserve a special treat.
Agar's Cleaver, which I believe is a weapon for Tau. It is another poison weapon. It's actually better than his Prey Stalker. And I actually didn't find out about this weapon until later on, because the reason why this one's better is because it has a circle slot and a square slot open. So yeah, Tau in total gets nothing but poison weapons. Anyway, Agar's Cleaver, a powerful blade that inflicts the victim with strong poison. This blade was once wielded by Argoth the Mechanized Ogre, a failed Transcendentine experiment. Argoth wandered away from his inventors, spending years wading through swamps and using his blade as a machete. So you get a little bit of backstory there. It was originally an ogre's weapon that was like Elko's little science buddies tried to do something with. So this is Ferric's lore. I think I didn't go over this, deal with stun and poison opponents, melee immune, that kind of stuff. This is a war weird. This is melee immune to stun, static effects, can break through shields, able to regenerate and stun opponents, use range attacks or hit and run tactics. Illusion Master, magic immune to all status effects, able to stun opponents and summon illusionary weirds. Use melee attacks. Weird lores, melee immune to stun status effects, break through shields, able to regenerate, and stuff, yada yada yada. Same thing, is just bigger. Toxic Scribe. I-beams. Abilities. Able to boost allies' power and summon shadow orbs. Immune to all status effects except regen, boost, and protect. So yeah, this is the one you want to be careful for because he can mess you up. So we're probably going to stick with the Argo's Cleaver because it is a much better poison weapon and is much stronger too. Anyway, we're going to cut back to New Brightwater to hand in the rest of the Arcanite skulls. And then we're going to cut back to Illumina Castle and go from there. Well, and call it apart because, well, we've done pretty much everything we can do. Got a decent amount of money for it. And pretty much have gotten all the weapons that we are able to get at this point in the game. So, let's cut. So on the way back, I decided to go ahead and stop by, I decided to go ahead and take the scenic route. I decided to go ahead and take the scenic route and offer the ego totems that we currently have. We got an Orb of Vigor and an Orb of Wisdom. So that's going to go to Ayla. She's going to get a health boost and an essence boost. Let's see here, and an Orb of Wisdom. Oh, I got to show this off because where is it? Miracle Potion. Oh, by the way, here's your Luster Brew. This one heals 1,000 and 250. And here's your Miracle Potion. Heals all SP and HP on a single player character. So you want to save that one for a emergency, because you don't want to just use that, especially now when our health is not as high as it really could be. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a point in the game where you're gonna have high enough health and high enough SP that a Miracle Potion just makes more sense to use than any other potion, because right now a lot of your potions heal like 1,000 or more, you know? We also want to stop in by the fur trader here and trade in all our furs. And then we will cut back to Illuma after dropping off the Arcanite skulls.
What?
So with Wool of Pelts we have a grand total of 9 Wool of Pelts, so we can trade 4 of these. Reptuffalo Hide, go ahead and trade all of these. Cargo Fur. And that should be about it, because the other ones we're going to trade with the scale trader and get the rest of our money that way. But yeah, no, that's something to keep in mind going forward, because now we're at a point where, barring 2 more items, you can now sell all of your trade items for a profit and not have to worry about messing up any side quests later on. Let's go talk to Wexham.
You still understand what it means to be a Shadani warrior. Take this, and never forget your roots, my girl.
Wazam's Key. So now we can go into Wazam's tent.
This is no place for a Shadani warrior. See air, my paw.
Okay, so that should bring us access to here. Let me see here. I think it's just some florins, right? Because you don't get anything for... They don't get any weapons from the guy.
Praise to the gods.
2,000 florins! Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Let me see here. And now we're just going to go ahead and head on back to Illumina Castle. We're going to go ahead and take the... no, wait. Was it a long way to screw it? Anyway, I'll cut back. Okay. So, a scribe skin goes for about 750 here, so... yeah, you might want to sell some of this. Blue spider ducks. We don't need these anymore, so we're going to get rid of these. Gnat stingers. Don't need these anymore, so we can get rid of these. Arcanite skulls. And we're going to hold on to the Brightwater pearls, because... you know, he's not a gem trader, so there you go. Yeah, I got a couple of Brightwater pearls going through, so... anyway, gonna cut back. Okay, well, we got a healing potion here. Might as well go ahead and use one, since... there's that. So, we can only carry about 8 healing potions. I think he probably needs it the most. This is one I don't mind wasting it. And Elko got a level up on the way back. So... oh, you can get 2 now. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get his essence up a little bit higher. And we'll put him right about 35 essence. Okay. I think I should do for his essence right now, because you forget, we still have to get the dragon totems, and Elko has yet to get his first level up. So, well, his first skill from Tetsu. So, we'll hold him off for right there, and then we'll just augment everything, augment his other skills later. Because he still has 2 more skills to learn, as Tell has 1 more left to learn. And you don't want to go too overboard with that, because, as you can see, he's pretty close to maxing out that bar for his essence. So yeah, we'll keep that where that is. Get a couple of Florence here. Go ahead and break through a few things. Let's see here. And we're pretty much almost done with the side quest, just a little bit further, and we can turn in the last one. After I finish having a Legend of Zelda moment. Which, by the way, if you haven't seen it, there's some comic dubs online, but they have like Link breaking postures going crazy for it. It is hilarious to watch some of these comics. At any rate, we're almost there, and we can call it a part. So I like to point out one thing in the last episode I don't think I pointed out beforehand, and that's that I appreciate that Buki had it in her to be able to tell Elko, hey, I get that science is also I'll admit I don't get science, but I can tell you're trying to do good work, and I should have been more fair to you going forward. You know, so I like that moment, and I like how Elko concedes that concedes his whole I can't really I don't get your religion and tradition stuff. But it's not because he's a bigoted atheist. It's because it's in his nature to not believe that there are things in this world that cannot be explained. And I like that moment. I do. It humanized him a little bit. Just a little bit, not too much. Locked. I'm gonna double check a couple of things here before I go, because okay, so a lot of that is still locked. Okay, that's fine. So I believe you have to talk to this man here.
There's wretched builders working on the town.
Oh, balcony key. Okay, I accidentally skipped all that, but yeah, no, he was complaining about the
Wow! You got all the pelts! You're a star, my friend, and deserve a fitting reward.
Okay, hand over Firewall of Bells, and we got 1,000 florins, not bad. So I inadvertently got the balcony key, which you need for this stuff right here. So before we call it apart, we'll go ahead and knock this out. Since we have all the characters here, we'll go ahead and knock this out real fast, and then we'll call it apart. So that way you can see what you're missing out on. So you need Elko to fly across here. So yeah, that's how this. That's how this is going to work. You're going to need certain party members to access certain parts of this. So you're going to have a lot of walking back and forth in and out of the throne room, because you can't have 4 people in here at once for some reason. So that door's locked. So we're going to go grab Elko real fast. Okay. And we're going to use his jetpack to get across the top of this of the balconies. Because there are some decent rewards up here for doing this. I think there are a couple of orbs, I want to say. Let's say a couple of orbs. Oh, you also might notice that the amount of charge he gets on his jetpack, and I'm not sure if I brought this up in the previous part, but the amount of charge he gets on his jetpack is relative to how much the game thinks you'll need.
Looks good.
Or but might SP. So since we needed Elko to get this, Elko's going to go ahead and get the SP from that. So we're going to go down here and unlock this door. Western ground floor door is unlocked, so this is open now. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to give him this SP orb. This orb of might, since, you know, we needed him to get it. Well, we needed him to, well, no, to be fair, we could have gotten this with anybody, but we needed him to unlock the door, so we're going to go ahead and just give it to him. Okay, go up here. And another Shadow Stone, nice. And we need Ailish for this next little bit. Okay, so we're going to head back down and we're going to grab Ailish. This is a little bit more involved than I remember. Now, I'm curious if you need every single character to do this. As I know you need Ailish for a part, and I believe you need Buki for one part. And I actually think I missed this on my initial run through when I first did my 100% run. No, I did come back for this because I remember. Yeah, okay, my bad. I'm thinking like six steps ahead. But yeah, no. Well, hey, let's just smack the door open. Why don't you? You gotta wonder what Queen Lucica's thinking about all this. And just seeing these four people walk, like her head scientist, the son of her general, and the boy that her daughter acts specifically. Ooh, you need Tal for this. Okay, so we're going to need to come back with Tal on this one. But first things first, let's go as far as we can with Ailish. Now, what should you get for this? An Orb of Might, another SP, so this was going to be one of Ailish's. Now, behind this wall, once again, another chest. And what do we get for this? An Orb of Wisdom. It's going to go to Ailish once again. Get her essence up. Her essence is honestly so high that in the battle that we got where Elko leveled up, Buki was like pretty like, I say pretty low, was really low on health. And she was pretty much maxed healed by Ailish because her essence was so high. I'm fairly certain that if Buki had died, her essence... Is that a chest? I walked right past this chest, didn't I? And it looks like there's one on the adjacent side, is there? Yes, there is. Okay, so we're going to need to come back with Elko real fast to grab that chest. And then we're going to head up with Tal afterwards, and then grab Buki. Yeah, this part. I apologize. I apologize. This part goes on a little bit long. I'm the kind of Let's Player that, well, at least me personally, if I feel like I can get a whole bunch of side quests done, like a whole chunk of side quests done in like 1 to 2 parts, then I'll do it. I thought this was going to take 1 part, but, well, I thought this was going to take no more than maybe 40 minutes, but it looks like this is probably going to take be upwards of an hour. So, for those of y'all who wanted longer parts, you're about to get one today.
What have we here?
And I hope you enjoy, because it's literally just me going around getting as much side quests done as I can. Now let's see here. Now we need Tal, and then we go grab Buki, and then we'll call it a part. Because I have a gut feeling that I need Tal to open up this particular thing, just to allow Buki to do her thing. Because wow, this is a very involved set of I mean, do you call them puzzles? Okay. Well, there's that. Okay. And this is one of Tal's.
All right.
Orb of Power. That's going to go straight to Tal. He's going to be a freaking powerhouse. I believe across the way. Let me double check across the way just in case. Just in case. No. So Buki's up next. And I believe this should be the very last one we need to do for this part. Yeah, this took a little bit longer than I expected, but hey, so I'm trying to be thorough here. Okay, Buki, you're up. Let's see what the royal throne room has in store for you. And looks like that's it.
It seems we are blessed.
An Orb of Vigor, maxed by 100. We'll give this one to Buki. And just like that, everything's all said and done. I think we can pretty much call it a part now. So, thank you for your patience, because oh boy, I remembered this being a thing you could do. I remember this being something we can do. I just accidentally did it too soon. So yeah, I'm gonna have to be careful going forward from there. But with this takes care of everything we can do in Sudeki up to this point in terms of side quests. Like every single side quest, every single side thing that we can get, we now have. So let's go ahead and save and call it a part. Man, that went on way longer than I was expecting it to. Which I said like 4 or 5 times now, so sorry for the redundancy, but it's true. I just was not expecting this to go on as long long as it did. Like for reference, I got a 2 hour recording right now. I thought this was going to be like an hour and a half or so. Shows what I know. Anyway, I've been Anansi, you've been awesome, and I'll catch you later. Man, them cheeks are fine.